Hello dear World of Warcraft friends, welcome back to a new video on my channel. This week is the final week of the Turbulent Timeways. That means there's a mount that you won't be able to get for a while after this, so you should definitely make sure to grab it while you can. And this week, there's also Dragonflight Timewalking again. There are 2 special mounts waiting for you there, as well as a Transmog. If you don't get them now, you'll have to wait almost half a year for them afterwards. So here's another reminder. Get these items. I'll show you where to find them, what they cost, and everything else you need to know. If you want, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for 37,700. Soon, hopefully, we'll reach 38,000. That would be really awesome. Then I can make one of you happy with the giveaway. I would be happy about that. And yeah, with that, let's get started. So, all in all, Turbulent Timeways ends on Wednesday, August 12th. We already know that. That also means everything you see here, through these quests, the gear you can get from it will of course no longer be available for now. So, as of now, you can still get heroic gear through this quest. That won't be the case for a while. So, when Turbulent Timeways returns, it will probably be at the end of the cycle around December or January. That's when it will be available again. Otherwise, when there's Timewalking in patch 12.1, you'll get normal gear from it again. And of course, that also means you won't be able to get the Master of the Turbulent Timeways 5 achievement anymore. So if you still want to get that, and again, you need to be at 3 out of 4, right? If you don't do that, you won't be able to get the Brood of Vyranoth anymore. So, make sure to keep up with that. But nevertheless, it's worth it. Just do 4 more time-walking dungeons if you're at 3 out of 4, and you'll get the Brood of Vyranoth. Because it was a question that came up very often, the mount will return with 99.99% certainty. You'll just have to be patient for about half a year again. Because in the past, all the mounts that were available through Master of the Turbulent Timeways could be bought again later. Also, Blizzard brought them back into the game. All you have to do is go to a time-walking vendor who is currently active. For example, that also works in October. If, just as an example, Wrath of the Lich King time-walking is active, then you can go to Dalaran. The vendor is always marked with this blue symbol on the map, and for 5,000 time-warped badges, you can buy the previous mounts. The Brood of Vyranoth won't be included yet, but when the event returns at the end of patch 12.1, then this dragon will be available. As I said, it will be available to buy again with 99.99% certainty, so don't be upset if you haven't gotten it yet. There will definitely be another chance. And yes, as I already said, this week Dragonflight Timewalking is available again, which was newly added to the game with patch 12.0. That means, first of all, the Timewalking vendor is ready for you in Valdraken. And there you can buy the items. You'll find him at around coordinates 8147. That's up here roughly. His name is Sedan, the dude. But he's also marked on the map. And of course, here it's the same. There's some gear. There are reputation tokens specifically for Dragonfly. And there are 2 mounts that are only available during this event. And here's the, annoying, bitter, or whatever you want to call it. Dragonflight Timewalking will return next time in January 2027. So it's basically the last chance this year to get those mounts there. That would be the slug, the hot liquid magma slug. That's this thing here, I have to say. Doesn't really excite me that much. Costs 5,000 time-warped badges. I probably won't get it because, I don't know, snail mounts, there have already been quite a few. For example, we have this bubbling snail here. It's the same model. You can get it in the Zarelek Cavern if you collect the treasures. So there are ways to get the same model. That's why, yeah, it's not really my thing. And there's also the shell slapper for the glory of the hero of Dragonfly, which is almost identical. It's almost the same color as the Snail base, except this one has a little house on it. So as you can see, there are plenty of alternatives. It's a bit different with the black-furred Baccar. There have only been 2 other mounts so far. One is the brown-furred spiky Baccar, which was available through the trading post, and you probably won't be able to get it again anytime soon. The black-furred Baccar costs 5,000 time-warped badges. And other than that, we only had the Mount Taiwan here. That one was super, super hard to get through this Dragonflight meta achievement. You can see Taiwan is a bit bigger, but it's the same model, so for that you have to complete a lot of steps here, which I definitely won't do. So yeah, that's one of the few ways to still get a dog mount. As I said, both cost 5,000 badges each. Both the snail and the dog will only be available again in January. I still have to get the dog at some point because I think it's pretty cool. And then there's also a special Transmog set. There's actually no alternative to it, at least not in this complete look. And that's the set of the Druids of the Flame. If you search for Shadow Flame here, it should theoretically show up, yes. Druids of the Shadow Flame, and there you can see the set. It consists of shoulders, a chest piece, gloves, and a belt. And yes, personally, I think this set is really, really awesome. The rest of the pieces, well, it's a bit of a shame, at least, I don't know. A matching headpiece would have been really cool, so you'd have something that fits, but at least the shoulders and so on are already there. You can also get this set from the Timewalking vendor in Forest Waldraken. It costs 4,000 time-warped badges, and as I already said, there's no alternative to it. So if you miss it now, you'll have to wait until January. And yeah, grab the items before the event is over. It's definitely worth it, as I said, just for this mount alone. I think it's really super beautiful. You should definitely treat yourself to it and grab it. And yeah, with that, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful time. See you in the next video. Take care and enjoy yourselves.